Hey everyone, and welcome once again to Dan's Kitchen. Today's request comes in from my good friend Walton, and he said, "Hey Dan, there's one thing my daughter likes more than anything, and that's her hot chocolate before she goes to bed at night. Do you think you could show me the best way to make a hot chocolate?" Now, hot chocolate's something that everybody loves, and everybody has different ways of making it. But I'll show you my method, and I think you'll agree, it's the best. So, let's get started.
Dan's gonna make some meals for you in his kitchen, and I think you'll find they satisfy your kitchen needs.
So the first thing we're going to do to get started on our hot chocolate is we're just going to add in some milk. Now, I'm not going to add in a lot of milk. I know a lot of people like to make kind of like chocolatey warm milk or a warm chocolate milk, but the truth is, guys, you don't really need to use that much milk. I think you just kind of need to cover the surface a little bit. And I think if I show you just how much milk I put in, there's not a lot of milk in there, guys. You just want to make sure the surface of the cup is covered. And the reason for that is you want to now add in the chocolate milk mixture, but you want to put in more mixture than there is milk. And this is the trick to making the hot chocolate, guys, because a lot of the time hot chocolate can be very thin and very watery. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that the mixture that we put in before we add in the hot water is nice and thick. And to do that, we've got to add in more of the chocolate milk mixture than there is of the milk. So I suggest a tablespoon and maybe about 2 tablespoons of that, just straight in there like that. And maybe a little bit more. Just like that. And then you want to start giving it a good mix around, and you'll be able to tell whether you need to put more chocolate milk in there. What should happen is when you start mixing it around, you should notice that it looks quite dry, which is exactly what we're after. You just want to keep giving that a good mix around, and I think maybe we could do with having a little bit more in there. And the way I describe it, guys, is you want something with the consistency of almost cake batter. You want it to be like, you could put this in the oven and bake it, sort of thing, and come out with like a good chocolate cake. So I think that's just about what we're after. It's a real thick, you know, almost like a batter. If I just show you, see that the way that drips down slowly, that is exactly what we're after. Just like that. And also you just want to keep giving that a mix around, make sure you get all the lumps out, because it's a little bit unpleasant when you've got too many lumps in there. Okay guys, now we've got to boil up the water, and we'll just add that in as our next ingredient. Okay guys, we've got our hot water. Now we're just gonna add that in. Now what I suggest with this, guys, is you add it in slowly. I'd say add in about half before you put the whole thing in, because what you add in half and then sort of give that a bit of a mix around. That gives you more room to, you know, stir it about without slopping about all over the place and getting it all over the work surface. So fill it up about halfway and then mix it around. And you can't see this, but it's really thickening up. Got this nice froth on the top, it's beautiful. And then we just add in the rest of that, and then continue to give that a good mix around, just like that. And I'll just show you as best I can. Just look at that, the way that runs down slowly, and it's got a nice froth on the top of it. And I tell you what, that's gonna have a great flavor. Okay guys, we're done. Now we've got to give this bad boy a try. Okay guys, so I've let this cool down. I've also let it set, because when you leave it to set, the froth on the top just forms and settles, and it's beautiful. Makes it absolutely unstoppable. So, let's give this a go. Oh boy. You've got to be kidding me. That is one of the best things I've ever tasted. Like, just all that flavour, that real chocolatey flavour just comes through more than any other hot chocolate you can ever hope to consume, guys. And the great thing about this is you can do what you like with this. Once you've made the hot chocolate, you can top it with whatever you like. And it won't be disappointing when you get to the bottom of it. That's what's amazing about this. And if you want to give this a go, give it a try because it is fantastic. The ingredients are down below and you will love this. I'm going to drink the rest of this and I'll see you next time. Yum-o.